Today we're going to be talking about the ground effect in Formula One racing. This has been cited to be one of the greatest inventions in the sport, thanks to Lotus in the 1970s. A few months ago, Richard and I were invited to help the Top Gear filming team at the Lotus site to capture on video the phenomenon of ground effect on the original Lotus model, the Type 78. This was the first car that featured skirts to make the most of ground effect. Richard, can you explain the concept of ground effect?
Yes, the ground effect is a series of aerodynamics effects to create downforce. Lotus accidentally discovered this when testing the Type 78. They discovered that by using a piece of cardboard to create a skirt that sealed the side pod and the racetrack, they could reduce drag and therefore create negative lift.
You mean the car stuck to the road and was pulled downwards?
Yes, they created a skirt first out of brushes and then rubber. It uses the Bernoulli principle that looks at flow behaviour of liquids and gases. Not only does it create less drag, but it also speeds up the air passing by the car.
You might have seen this during one of the Top Gear Series 27 episodes. Getting the flow to visualise as we'd planned without the aid of a wind tunnel was a little tricky, wasn't it, Richard?
Yeah, we turned up at the Lotus site armed with a smoke generator that we use now, educational wind tunnels, quite a large fan and some sections of honeycomb. Then we're presented with a model of the Lotus 79 race car, which was the first Lotus car that they used to fully utilise the ground effect on. We set this up nicely on the floor.
Looked good to us.
Looked good. Tested it out with the smoke.
Until the pros came in and they were like, it needs to be off the ground.
Yeah, so they could get better camera angles. They weren't happy with how we set up, so then we had to play around with all different setups until we got it just right, that they were happy with it, and that the airflow went nicely over the model without having interference.
And finally, between like 4 and 6 o'clock, we sweated out holding in a fan and the smoke generator until they got all the angles they wanted.
Yeah.
And here's a bit of behind the scenes footage.
No. Okay, take the tube off and do it without the tube. There you go, so that feels a bit more.
To learn more about the aerodynamics teaching equipment from TecQuipment, click on the links in the description box below. Thank you for watching.